I'll get you on the mound here in just a moment. First pitch, that's going to be called high for a ball. On the mound is going to be number 6, Bryce Rogers, another youngster. He does have a young team. They're all underclassmen. Here comes a pitch from Rogers, and it's going to, I think it was low and outside, going to be ball 2. I thought he was going to call it a strike there for a second. We have a strange camera angle due to some construction and stuff going on here at the Round Valley Field. There's the pitch. Get a little piece of it is Edwards, and it goes foul. And that should bring the count to 2-1, I believe, is where we're at. Edwards is going to step back in, waiting the pitch. Edwards batting right-handed. That one's going to be low. It's going to bring the count to 1-3. 3-1, I mean. 1-3. I want to thank everybody for joining us. I can see y'all out there, and I'm glad you tuned in. There's a pitch, and that's going to be ball 4. So Zach Edwards, the leadoff hitter for the Cougars, is going to take a base on balls. Coming up to the plate for the Cougars now going to be the pitcher, number 7, Sweet Caroline, Tanner Isaacs. Isaacs going to step in, the lefty. Looks down at Coach Matthews down the third base line. Rogers going from the stretch. There's a pitch. There goes Edwards, second. Got a little bit bobble on the ball. And that is, I don't know. I'm going to have to wait and see what he called that. I was watching Edwards. I think he called that a strike. Rogers waiting to get the sign. Checks his runner at second. There's a pitch. Off-speed pitch. It's going to catch. Yeah, it's going to bring the first one was a ball because that brings the count even at 1-1 on Tanner Isaacs. Zach Edwards on second. Rogers waiting for the signal. He gets it. Isaac's going to grab a hold of it. Going to go dead center field over the center fielder's head. Edwards waits to see what happens. He's going to round third now, headed home. Here comes Tanner Isaacs. He's going to be, well, he could have stood up there. I think Matthew's just messing with him, told him to slide. So Isaacs comes out with a nice hit over the head of the center fielder. Going to knock in one run, and he's going to be standing up at third. No outs here in the first inning. Cougars go on top, 1-0. Rogers back on the mound. Not much Rogers can do about that. You can't mark that one against Rogers. Ball was put in play. It wasn't just a humdinger of a hit, just barely over the head of the center fielder. That pitch going to T-Bone Trent Williams. Called for a ball, high and outside. Trent Williams coming off a big basketball season. An outstanding job for the Cougars. There's a slow roller. Third baseman has it. Over to first, just in time. One away. That's your standard typical. Well, if Gene was here, should know. 5-3. Run away. Isaac's never even thought about running. I don't know. He might, if he could have got a jump right there, at least got the third baseman to look at him. Might have held up Isaac. Might have held up the throw from getting over there on Williams. Coming up to play for the Cougars going to be number 13, senior Grayson Pace. That pitch is going to get past the catcher. And Mark, what did they call? Did they call him out? Huh? Safe. That's what I think. He was safe. I thought there for a second. So Isaacs is going to go home on the passed ball. I thought there for a second he called him out. So it's going to be ball 1 on Grayson Pace. Rogers back to his standard windup now. Pace can get a piece of that one and foul it into the backstop. Bring count even at 1-1. We want to thank our sponsor. We're just getting started here. We just left basketball. And once again, I'm going to tell you to please support our fine sponsors so we can keep bringing these games to you. Warehouse Furniture, jumping on board for the baseball season here. Here's the pitch from Rogers. Down low, bring the count to 2-1. Warehouse Furniture right on the corner as you're headed towards Walmart. Big gray building. We're going to paint a smiley face on it so you can recognize it. Stop by. You'll be glad you did. That one's going to hit Grayson Pace right in the back side. So Pace is going to take his base hit by the pitch. He'll be the only runner out there, and coming up to the plate for the Cougars is going to be number 5, senior Deegan Lettner. I want to thank our fine sponsors at Summit Healthcare, all the fine people at Summit Healthcare. They're all over. My doctor's from Summit Healthcare. I want to thank all of them. Always sponsor us here for all of our sports. First one to Lettner is going to be low and outside for ball 1. Here's the pitch. That one's off the dirt into the chest of the catcher. Bring the count to 2-0. Cable 1. Want to thank them. Rogers taking his time, going from the stretch. There's the pitch. Lettner's going to get us just a piece of it. I don't know what just happened there. What did they? Oh, they called a balk. They called the balk on Rogers. I was wondering what just happened there because Lettner hit it, slow roller, but didn't take off running. And Grayson Pace didn't take off real fast, although he's not real fast. Love Grayson to death, but he's no speedster. You don't have to worry about seeing him in the Olympics. So he's safe at second. There's the pitch. Going to catch the outside corner. Nice pitch by Rogers. Bring the count to 2-1 on Lettner. 1 away here. Top of the first inning. Thanks for joining us. There's the pitch. Lettner's going to grab a piece of it. Center fielder dives for it, and it gets past him, going to go all the way to the fence. Center fielder's going to try to chase it down. Grayson Pace is going to score. Here comes Lettner coming into third. There's the throw. Whew, that was a little bit close there. Lettner's going to stand up. He's going to have a stand-up triple there. He's going to bring home Grayson Pace. Make the score 3-0. Sholo with 1 away. Coming up to the plate, my favorite player, and he could be yours. Very well could be. Number 1, Jake Reedhead. Showing bunt, going to pull it back. High and outside, ball 1. I don't know why they're bunting. Jake Reedhead, let him swing the bat. Here's the pitch. Going to swing on that one. It's going to be fouled out. Back over the backstop. Out of play. Even the count at 1-1. I know if my favorite player hits the radio station car with the foul ball, it's not going to go over good. So we should just hit it in the field of play. There's a pitch. He watched that one off-speed pitch by Rogers. That brings the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Jake Reedhead, the center fielder for the Cougars. Lettner on third, 1 away here, top of the first. Rogers from the stretch. There's a pitch, off-speed pitch, and he got him. Got him looking. Reedhead's going to go down. First strikeout of the game for Rogers for out number 2. Coming up to bat is going to be third baseman for the Cougars, number 6, Joseph. I am the king. There's a pitch. Well, Lettner almost took off running. He thought it got past the catcher. He snagged it, though. Ball 1. Joseph King's Wild King still at the plate. There's a pitch. I'm just going to be in the dirt. Nice stop by the catcher. Ball 2. So we have 2 outs here. Cougars have managed to put 3 across the plate. Rogers taking his time. He's done a good job. You can only ask that your fielders back you up there. Going from the stretch. There's a pitch. Off-speed pitch. And Joseph King missed that thing by a little bit. That off-speed pitch got him. He's ready now. Here comes the pitch. Going to get a piece of it, but not enough. That's going to bring the count even at 2-2. Rogers is getting back together here, starting off slow. That changeup won't go. It's going to step too high. I'll bring the count full on Joey King. Lettner still standing here at third, trying to stay warm. Wish he could go home. Rogers taking his time. There's a pitch. Fouls it off. Barely got a piece of that off speeder there, low off speeder. Stays alive though. Count remains full.
I got the pocket just like you told me to. No, I did it just like you told me to.
Waiting the pitch from Rogers. There's a pitch. Loaned inside, and Joey King is going to take a base on balls. So the Cougars now with 2 runners on the corners. And coming up to the plate is going to be number 12, the second baseman for the Sholo Cougars. Cal, I'm a runner, not a dripper. Fawcett. There goes Joseph King. The Elks had that little sneaky play on to act like they're throwing it second, but Deegan Lettner didn't fall for it. So King's going to be safe at second. Lettner's still standing at third. And it's 1-0 is the count on Cal. Runner, not a dripper. Fawcett. Fawcett, I believe, is a sophomore. I almost guarantee he is. Young player here for the Cougars. Rogers going to step off the mound, take his time. Though the Cougars have put 3 across the board, it's not Rogers that did it. There's a pass pitch. Here comes Lettner's going to try to get there. There's the throw. And they nailed him. So going home, Deegan Lettner's going to be out number 3. They're going to strand Joey King at second. And Cal Fawcett will come up to bat next inning. So after 1/2 inning of play, it's Sholo Cougars 3. Round Valley Elks 0. Round Valley Elks will be coming up to bat in the next inning. We're going to take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week. We'll be back in 60.
We're here so you don't have to quit fishing or tell the grandkids you can't keep up with them anymore. Wouldn't it be nice to get back in the gym again or be able to play a full 18 like the old days?
Summit Healthcare offers this active community the latest in orthopedic procedures. Whether it's a sports injury, total joint replacement, or something else, have your surgery and rehab right here at home.
Get the most out of life again. Visit summithealthortho.net today.
Face it, when you're feeling frustrated with slow internet, it shows. So stream without the buffering with Cable One high-speed internet. It has up to 100 megabits of blazing speed, and that's faster than those other internet guys. So no matter how many devices you have on at the same time, it's always fast. And that's speed that's written all over your face. Yes! Cable One, the face of fast.
Round Valley High School baseball field for the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, baseball style. Coming to you live over here where the Sholo Cougars have traveled over to take on the Round Valley Elks. We're going into the bottom of the first inning. Sholo managed to get 3 across the plate. So it's 3-0. On the mound's going to be the lefty, Sweet Caroline, Tanner Isaacs for the Cougars. I want to remind everybody, if you have income tax coming in and you need something nice to sit on, need a new couch, dining room set, whatever you need, anything you need is in the furniture department or appliance. I also have used appliances. Stop by and see Odell and Steve at Warehouse Furniture. They're right on the curve and right on the price. 537-2034. Give them a call. Take your income tax down there and do something good with it. I believe you'll be happy you did. Coming up to the plate in the bottom of the first inning is going to be number 8, Chase Taylor. There's a pitch from Isaacs. We call that one outside. Ball 1. streaming this live at KWKM.com. You don't have to sit out here and freeze to death like I am. Kick back in your nice easy chair in the comfort of your home, in your underwear if you prefer. There's a second pitch from Isaac, and that one's going to stay too high. Bring the count to 2-0 on Taylor. It's just the beginning of the season for all these kids, just getting warmed up. There's a pitch. That one hit home for a called strike. Counts 2-1. Sholo traveled down to Tucson this past weekend, played in a tournament against a bunch of big schools, 5A schools, just to see how they fared against them. Isaac's going to step back off the back of the mound, take a breath. He's back on. There's a pitch. That one's way high. Barely gets stopped by Edwards back there to bring the count to 3-1. I'm not real sure what all the Round Valley Elks have done in the off-season or preseason to get ready. Coach Merrill told me he did lose 12 seniors last year. There's the pitch. That one looked low, but it is a called strike to bring the count full. He said he had a young team, but they didn't look too bad out there. A pitcher, you just hope they can let them put it in play and you can catch it. Swing and a miss there. Taylor's going to go down swinging. First strikeout of the ball game for Isaacs, and that's out number 1. Coming up to bat for the Elks, it's going to be number 4, shortstop Mikey Mariscal. Here comes a pitch from Isaacs. I'm going to stay outside for ball 1. I've had the opportunity to coach Mariscal. Number of different sports. Great kid. I believe he's a senior this year. There's a pitch. Going to get a piece of it. Going to foul off out of play. Over on the first base side. Mariscal back in the box. Isaac gets a signal. There's a pitch. Mariscal going to put it in the same spot. Right up there in the front yard of that big house up there. Bring the count to 1-2 on Mariscal. Andrew Cisco's on deck for the Elks. That one's going to stay way outside. Gets past Edwards. Even the count at 2-2. Cisco is not on deck. Seth Bingham, number 21, is on deck. Cisco's in the hole. Tanner Isaacs back on the mound, waiting for a sign from Edwards. Mariscal's ready. Comes a windup. There's a pitch. In the dirt, bring the count full on Mariscal. Isaac's taking his time. There's the pitch. Gonna get a little piece of it. Slow roller in front of Edwards. He chases it down over to first just in time for 2 away. Standard typical 2-3. Out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. Coming up to the plate for the Elks is going to be number 21. The right fielder for the Elks today, a lefty. Tall, lanky lefty. Seth Bingham. There's a pitch, lone inside, ball 1. Lefty against lefty here. Seth Bingham, a tall lefty. Ooh, swing and a miss. That was a high one, but he went for it. Strike 1, even the count at 1-1. There's the pitch. Called that a called strike there. And you count to 1-2 on Bingham. Cisco's on deck for the Elks. Isaac's waving off that pitch. Taking his time from the windup. There's a pitch. Well, he's calling him low, but he's consistent. Strike 3. for the second strikeout of the game for Isaacs, and that's out number 3. So after one complete inning of play, it's the Sholo Cougars 3, Round Valley Elks 0. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Black Diamond Auto Glass provides the finest full-service mobile and in-shop glass repair services. From free chip repair to windshield replacement, tinting, and more. We're here to pamper you and your car.
Black Diamond Auto Glass. Yeah!
We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Sholo and Snowflake.
We're here so you don't have to quit fishing or tell the grandkids you can't keep up with them anymore. Wouldn't it be nice to get back in the gym again or be able to play a full 18 like the old days?
Summit Healthcare offers this active community the latest in orthopedic procedures. Whether it's a sports injury, total joint replacement, or something else, have your surgery and rehab right here at home.
Get the most out of life again. Visit summithealthortho.net today.
High school for the first game of the baseball season for the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, baseball style, where your Sholo Cougars have traveled over here to take on the Round Valley Elks. Cougars in the 3A, Round Valley's in the 2A, and I had an opportunity to talk to Coach Bell, and he said he lost 12 players last year due to graduation. But this kid, and I don't know how old he is, this Rogers kid on the mound is doing a great job. You just have to hope your fielders can field it. Coming up to the plate for the Cougars is Cal Fawcett once again. That's a swing and a miss for strike 1. So you can't take nothing away from Rogers. They've put the ball in play, just had some bad bounces. There's a pitch. That one's down low, even the count at 1-1. That one big hit that went over the center fielder's head. Other than that, the center fielder dove at one that was way in front of him. He probably shouldn't have done that. I guarantee he wishes he had that one to do over again. Nice pitch by Rogers. Catches the inside corner. Brings the count to 1-2 on Cal Fawcett. Jake Yeager on deck for the Cougars. Rogers taking his time. There's a pitch, off speed. Fawcett holds up, gets a piece of it, going to drive it in center. One hopper to the center fielder. Gets it in good and clean. Fawcett's going to hold up on first with a base hit. Nice clean hit. Nice play by the center fielder. One hopper keeps it in front of him, gets it in, holds him to one base. Now coming up to bat's going to be number 15, the left fielder for the Cougars, Jake Yeager. Rogers going from the stretch. There's a pitch down in the dirt. Called ball 1. Elks have a gentleman out here warming up. There's a pitch. Down low, catcher couldn't get a hold of it. And Fawcett, Cal, I'm a runner, not a dripper. Fawcett is going to advance to second. That brings a count on Yeager, 2-0, I believe. There's a pitch. Swing and a miss. I'm going to say he got a piece of it, so Fawcett can advance. And counts 2-1. Well, the reason I'm guessing, I don't know what the count is, why I'm guessing at all these, is due to some construction and stuff where if you're watching on video, then you know. Those who are listening, there's the pitch. Going to get away from the catcher. There's a throw to third. Little off its mark. Fawcett's going to slide in head first. Safe at third. And that brings the count to 3-1. But the reason being is because we're set up down here along the third baseline. Try to get you the best camera angle available without going through the fence. There's the pitch, off-speed pitch. It's going to be outside, and Yeager's going to take a base on balls. It's only going to be the second walk of the ball game by young Rogers. So show 2 men on corners here for the Cougars and coming up to bat. It's going to be your leadoff hitter, Zach Edwards, catcher for the Cougars. Edwards got on with the walk, and they're going to get a pickle going over here. Nice play by the Elks, and they're going to nail him. Jake Yeager got caught in a pickle. Cal Fawcett will score, but Jean's missing it because she loves a good pickle. We've already had our first pickle of the year. Jake Yeager gets caught in the pickle, and he's going to be out number 1 at the inning. Zach Edwards, like I was saying, walked last inning, come around to score. Here comes the pitch. He called that I think he called that a strike. That was way high. I believe he gave the old strike signal, though. We'll have to see when he turns this time. There's a pitch from Rogers. Off speed. Stays outside. Oh, I just broke my sunglasses on the other side. Oh, that makes me upset. We're waiting the pitch here from Rogers. Nobody on the bases. Nice hit. Back up the middle, out of the reach of the second baseman. He dives for it. Center fielder comes over to get it. Gets it back in. Nice base hit by Zach Edwards. And it looks like we might be having a pitching change here. Let me see. Coach Merrill's going to go out there and talk to him. As far as Roger goes, he hadn't done much wrong. He only has 2 walks in the ball game. You got to get your fielders to field him. I figured they'd leave him in. Doing a pretty good job out there is young Rogers for the Elks. Coach Merrill's going to talk to him and leave him in. Coming up to the plate now is going to be Tanner, Sweet, Caroline, Isaacs, the lefty. Isaacs on the mound for the Cougars has 2 strikeouts. There's only been 3 batters up there. Here comes a pitch from Rogers. That one's going to stay down low. Catcher can't field it cleanly. And Zach Edwards is going to take advantage of that, and he's safe at second. That's ball 1 on Isaacs. T-Bone Trent Williams on deck. Rogers ready, going from the stretch. Isaacs back in the box. There's the pitch. That one's going to be down low. Gets past the catcher. And that's an easy trip to third for Zach Edwards. Now Merrill's coming back out. And he's going to take over the pitch. So we're going to have substitution. We're going to go back to the studio for a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, baseball style from Springerville. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Face it, when you're feeling frustrated with slow internet, it shows. So stream without the buffering with Cable One high-speed internet. It has up to 100 megabits of blazing speed, and that's faster than those other internet guys. So no matter how many devices you have on at the same time, it's always fast. And that speed, that's written all over your face. Yes! Cable One, the face of fast.
We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Show Low and Snowflake. Black Diamond Auto Glass provides the finest full-service mobile and in-shop glass repair services, from free chip repair to windshield replacement, tinting, and more. We're here to pamper you and your car.
Black Diamond Auto Glass. Yeah.
Hot FM Game of the Week, baseball style from Springerville. Thank you for joining us. If you just tuned in, Oh, well, first of all, we want to remind you, you can watch this high definition on our website, KWKM.com. You can catch all of the games, all the past games. If you want to see a replay of one of them, you can log on to our YouTube, to our KWKM there, and you can watch old replays. I mean old ones. You go back in the archives. A lot of fun to do. Those of you who've just tuned in, it's the Sholo Cougars on top, Round Valley Elks, 4-0. We're in the top of the second. We have one out. Come way of a pickle. Jake Yeager got caught in a pickle. They got him out. Coach Merrill's going to pull out Rogers, and he's going to come back with Dylan Jordan. Rogers went to second, and I believe Bowen Summers is going to come out. I believe that's who Dylan Jordan's going to come in place of, is going to be the second baseman over there, because Rogers stays in the game. So Rogers got his warm-up pitches and stepping back in the box, or stepping in the box. No, back in the box, because he's already been pitched to. He's going to be the lefty for the Cougars, Tanner Isaacs. Isaacs has 2 strikeouts so far in the game. He's only faced 3 batters. Score now in the top of the second is 4-0. Jordan taking his time. There's the pitch. Isaac's going to grab a hold of it. He's going to drive it, line shot in the gap between left and center. Left fielder's going to chase it down. Not before Zach Edwards goes home. And the lefty, beautiful hit. Lefty's going to drive it and have a stand-up double. He had a stand-up triple in the first, and now he adds to that stand-up double. With the run crossing, is going to put the Cougars up 5-0. Coming up to bat now is going to be T-Bone Trent Williams, number 2, senior. Number 3, why'd they put 3 on the deal? He's number 2. He's going to drive it. Shortstop can't handle it. And Tanner Isaac's going to go all the way around. Then that's a crazy throw home. Williams going to try to go to second. There's the throw. Williams going to stand up at second. He gets a single, then gets an extra base. Tanner Isaac's going to come all the way around to score from second. That was a hard hit. Shortstop had a hard time getting a hold of it. Then a crazy throw. So we have T-Bone Trent Williams standing up on second. Tanner Isaac scores, coming up to bat now. Hit by the pitch in the first, going to be number 13, senior Grayson Pace. Off-speed pitch, a little bit too high for ball 1. There's the pitch, just stay outside for ball 2. Dylan Jordan taking his time. Going from the stretch. Taking his time. Gets a signal. Here's the pitch. Gonna get a piece of it. Slow roller down the first baseline. Foul. Remember, you can count to 2 and 1. Elks have another pitcher out here, another righty out here warming up. Jordan taking his time, checks the runner. Trent Williams got a big lead at second. There's the pitch. Catcher just can't get a clean grip on it. There's the throw. Williams going to slide in. Safe at third. One base away from scoring. We have one out here. Top of the second. 6-0 Sholo. Jordan's going to go back from his regular windup. Gets the sign. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be ball four. Grayson Pace can take his base. So show Pace at first, Williams at third. Coming up to bat now is going to be number 5, right fielder, senior Deegan Lettner. There's a pitch for called strike. Nice pitch. Runners on the corner. 1 out. Jordan going from the stretch, taking his time. Checks his runner at third. Here's the pitch. Swing on and hit. Second baseman scoots over to get it. Over to first. Just in time to get Lettner, but not before Trent Williams is going to score. I don't know what they're calling here. Official going over to talk to the coaching staff of the Cougars. I don't know what they called. I don't know. I guess everything remains the same as far as I can tell. So Williams is going to score. Grayson Pace is safe on second, standing up, and Leonard's going to ground out. Your standard typical 4-3, out number 2. Up to bat is number 1, Jake Reedhead. Went down looking the first. Waiting the pitch. There's a pitch. Big swing and a miss. Need to slow down, wait on the ball. Ramon back there, the umpire behind home plate, does some crazy deal where he tells you what the count is that is too crazy for my vision. That one's high, way high. Called ball. I believe it's 2-1 on Reedhead. Joy King on deck. 2 outs. There's a pitch. Reedhead's going to get a piece of it. Over to shortstop. Can't get a hold of it. Finally does. And he's going to outrun it. He's in safe. Mariscal just bobbled it just a skosh. Gives Reedhead just enough time with his speed to outrun the throw. He's safe on first. Grayson Pace will advance to third. That will bring up number 6, senior Joy King to the plate. King walked in the first. Dylan Jordan's on the mound for the Elks, taking his time, going from the stretch. There's a pitch, high and outside for called ball. Two outs here. Top of the second. Just got to get one more out. There's the pitch. Foul ball. Going to go out of play down the first baseline. I believe that's going to bring the count even. 1-1 on Joseph King. It is a little bit brisk over here. Jordan takes his time. There's the pitch. Another one. Chopper down the third baseline, opposite direction. Foul. We're going to have 1 ball and 2 strikes. I want to remind everybody you can tune in live in HD, KWKM.com. Watch these games. Every game that we stream. We couldn't do the last of the basketball playoffs against the rules, but now we're back on. So you can watch all your favorite high school players swinging a miss by Joseph King, and that's going to be out number 3, the first K for the new pitcher for the Elks. So the Cougars going to strand Reedhead at first, Grayson Pace at second, but not before they get 1, 2, 3, 4 runs across home plate. Bring the score 7-0 over the Round Valley Elks. We're going to go back and take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week. We'll be back in 1 minute.
We're here so you don't have to quit fishing or tell the grandkids you can't keep up with them anymore. Wouldn't it be nice to get back in the gym again? Or be able to play a full 18 like the old days?
Summit Healthcare offers this active community the latest in orthopedic procedures. Whether it's a sports injury, total joint replacement, or something else, have your surgery and rehab right here at home.
Get the most out of life again. Visit summithealthortho.net today.
Face it, when you're feeling frustrated with slow internet, it shows. So stream without the buffering with Cable One high-speed internet. It has up to 100 megabits of blazing speed, and that's faster than those other internet guys. So no matter how many devices you have on at the same time, it's always fast. And that speed, that's written all over your face. Cable One, the face of fast.
Starting out the season, this is a Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week. We've traveled over here with the Show Cougars to take on the Round Valley Elks. Take our fine sponsors, Summit Healthcare, Cable One, Warehouse Furniture jumped on board this year. We have some more. Trust me. My friends at Williams Brothers will be back on board tomorrow, and we're just getting started. We've been on the road for a week covering basketball. So if we seem a little jet lagged, minus the jet, you might say we're just lagged a little. I don't know if that's good or bad. That might have sounded way wrong, but we are lagged, minus the jet. Coming up to bat here for the Elks in the bottom of the second inning is going to be number 23, Andrew Cisco. Isaac's still on the mound for the Cougars. First pitch, high and outside, ball one. Waiting for Isaacs. Gets a sign. There's a pitch. And he tried to stop the swing there. First base coach, umpire's going to say, hey, come on around. Evens the count at 1-1. Andrew Cisco's your hitter here for the Elks, bottom of the second. There's the pitch from Isaacs, low in the dirt. Bring the count to 2-1. 7-0, Cougars on top. Tanner Isaacs. There's the pitch. That one's going to remain up high. Bring the count to 3-1 on Cisco. Garrett Martin on deck for the Elks. Isaac steps off the back of the rubber. Step back up there. Waiting a sign from Zach Edwards. Gets it. There's the pitch. Called strike. Gonna bring the count full. Isaacs has only faced, this will be his fourth hitter in the contest so far. There's a pitch. Big swing and a miss. Gonna go down swinging. Third K of the ball game for Isaacs for out number one. Coming up to the plate for the Elks is going to be number 12, catcher, Garrett Martin. First pitch there, I think he called it called strike. There's the second one, swing and a miss. There's a pitch, way high. Got away from Isaacs for a ball. I believe that's going to bring count to 1-2 on Garrett Martin. Trenton York's on deck for the Elks. One out here, bottom of the second. Cougars lead 7-0. Isaacs gets a sign. There's a pitch. Going to get a piece of it and going to foul it off into the backstop. Count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wind is blowing and it is cold. That flag over there standing straight out, so wind's pretty good up on that hillside. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, gonna go down swinging. Isaacs. Fourth strikeout of the contest, and that is out number 2. We remind everybody, our newest sponsor here, I might sound a little biased, maybe I am. All I say is just give us a chance. If you've never been there, take a chance. What do you got to lose? They don't charge admission. That first pitch to Trenton York, it's called strike. Stop by Warehouse Furniture, 550 South White Mountain Road, right on the curve. As you're headed towards Walmart, swing and a miss. Strike 2, right on the curve and right on the price. If you have income tax money coming in, you need some furniture, give Odell a call, 537-2034. I think you'd be glad you did. Warehouse Furniture, right on the corner and right on the price. You can't beat that. Just stop by. It won't cost you nothing to stop by and look, and that's all we need. Just stop by and look, and you'll be hooked. Isaacs gets a signal. There's a pitch called strike. 3 up, 3 down. Going to go down looking is York. That will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th strikeout of the ball game. Tanner Isaacs, and that is out number 3. So after 2 complete innings of play, Cholo Cougars 7, Round Valley Elks 0. We'll be back with the top of the 3rd inning. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to the Pound 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week baseball style from Round Valley in the cold. We'll be back in 1 minute.
We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Show Low and Snowflake. Black Diamond Auto Glass provides the finest full-service mobile and in-shop glass repair services, from free chip repair to windshield replacement, tinting, and more. We're here to pamper you and your car.
Black Diamond Auto Glass. Yeah.
We're here so you don't have to quit fishing or tell the grandkids you can't keep up with them anymore. Wouldn't it be nice to get back in the gym again or be able to play a full 18 like the old days?
Summit Healthcare offers this active community the latest in orthopedic procedures. Whether it's a sports injury, total joint replacement, or something else, have your surgery and rehab right here at home.
Get the most out of life again. Visit summithealthortho.net today.
Style. Travel over here with your Yellow Cougars taking on the Round Valley Elks. Going to the top of the 3rd, Yellow on top. 7-0 over the Round Valley Elks. Marky Mark. We're trying to get wet. We got Marky Mark in the Funky Bunch. Enrico taking care of our live streaming, so it's coming to you live in your living room, HD. KWKM.com. You can watch all the replays at YouTube channel, KWKM. So if you have any loved ones, you want to make fun of the neighbor's kids by laughing at them while they play sports, for whatever reason, tune in. Let me see here. Mark, if he's in the way, ask him nicely to move over. All right? If you have somebody in your way to get home plate, okay? Coming up to bat for the Cougars here in the top of the 3rd inning is going to be number 12, second baseman, Cal Fawcett. Got a base hit back in the 2nd. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 1 there. Off-speed pitch. Nice pitch. Swing and a miss there. Strike 2. Bring the count to 0-2 on Fawcett. That one's in the dirt. Ooh, no, that's a called strike. Fawcett's going to go down looking. That is strike number 3. First out of the inning. Nice pitch there. Coming up to bat's going to be number 15, Jake Yeager. You might remember Yeager got caught in the pickle back in the 2nd inning. There's a pitch, big swing and a miss by Yeager, strike 1. We apologize if the coaching staff has a powwow while we're trying to film the batter here. Never expect them to have a bunch of coaches out there. That one's going to stay outside. Ball 1, even the count at 1-1. We would be on top of the dugout, but due to some safety issues, we couldn't do that. So this is the first thing you got to have some wrinkles, so it gives you something to iron out later on in the season. See, that one's in the dirt, bounces over the catcher's head, or ball 2. Count on Jake Yeager's going to be 2-1. We do want to thank all of you out there listening, viewing at KWKM.com. It's our pleasure to have you. We're waiting the pitch here. Here's the pitch. Going to foul it off. You count even at 2-2. Dylan Jordan had come in for Bryce Rogers. Has done a great job on the mound here. 2-2's count on Yeager. 1 out by way of a strikeout. First batter. There's the pitch. That one didn't quite make it to home. That off-speed pitch there going to bring the count full. Cal Fawcett, the leadoff hitter here at the top of the third, watches them go by, goes down looking. Here's the pitch, another off-speed pitch, swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the inning. That is out number 2. Dylan Jordan coming to life here. In the top of the third. Coach Merrill needs to go back in the dugout, so he quits interfering with our filming. Coming up is going to be the leadoff hitter for the Cougars catcher, number 3, Zach Edwards. There's a pitch, off-speed pitch, doesn't make it to the plate. Called ball 1. The wind is picking up. Waiting Jordan, there's a pitch. I'm going to stay outside. Look good from here, but it stayed outside. Ball 2. 2-0 count on Edwards. Edwards basing balls back in the first. Got a nice hit for a single. The second scored both times. Waiting the pitch. There's the pitch. Gonna get a little piece of it over to third baseman, over to first. In time for out number 3. So here in the top of the third, Cougars to go down. 3 up, 3 down. We're headed into the bottom of the third with Show Low Cougars 7, Round Valley Elks 0. We're going to go back and take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week baseball style. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Face it, when you're feeling frustrated with slow internet, it shows. So stream without the buffering with Cable One high-speed internet. It has up to 100 megabits of blazing speed, and that's faster than those other internet guys. So no matter how many devices you have on at the same time, it's always fast. And that speed, that's written all over your face. Yes! Cable One, the face of fast.
We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Show Low and Snowflake. Black Diamond Auto Glass provides the finest full-service mobile and in-shop glass repair services, from free chip repair to windshield replacement, tinting, and more. We're here to pamper you and your car.
Black Diamond Auto Glass. Yeah.
Elks, we've traveled over here with your Show Low Cougars, taking on the Round Valley Elks. Going into the bottom of the third. The pitcher for the Elks that come in there in place of Rogers, Dylan Jordan, got warmed up there. Top of the third, 3 up, 3 down, 2 by way of strikeout. Good job by young Dylan Jordan. Coaching staff of the Elks has to be proud of that. But we're going into the bottom of the third inning. It's your Show Low Cougars. Let me make sure my count's right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Show Low Cougars 7, Round Valley Elks 0. Coming up to bat for the Elks here. Bottom of third's going to be number 6. Second baseman now. Started out on the mound, Bryce Rogers. Tanner Isaac still on the mound for the Cougars. I was going to get fouled off. It's going to bring the count even at 1-1. There's a pitch from Isaacs. I'm just outside, I guess. Bring the count 2 balls and 1 strike on Bryce Rogers. Bryce just stays right there in the box, ready to hit. There's a pitch. High outside. He's going to chase it. Even the count at 2-2. I'll just wait for that pitch to come to him. Back in the box. Isaac's taking his time. Here comes the pitch. That one's way high. Bring the count full. Tanner Isaacs has 1, 2, 3, 4 strikes out in the contest. Steps back up on the rubber. And here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Go down swinging for out number 1. Coming up to the plate now, for the first time, DH in place of Tyler Pena. The left fielder, we're going to have DH Tragan. I think it's Hearns. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Here comes the pitch from Isaacs. Going to get a piece of that one. Big swing, fouls it off in the backstop. Strike 2, bring the count to 0-2. Next time you have the opportunity to go to Summit Regional Medical Center or any of the Summit offices, hey, tell them thank you for bringing White Mountain Sports so you can hear it and watch it. You know, they kept Dr. Love alive. I'll give them that much. Can't help but love everybody who works for Summit. There's a pitch. Gonna get a piece of it. Gonna foul it off down the first baseline. Count's gonna remain the same. 1 ball and 2 strikes. If you have a friend, neighbor, relative, they work for Summit, just stop by and tell them thanks. I think you'll be glad you did. Here's a pitch from Tanner Isaacs. Gonna get a piece of it. Gonna call that a foul ball. Count remain the same. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Your hitter is DH Trajan Hearns. DHing for Tyler Pena, left fielder. Isaac's taking his time. 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. 7-0. Cholo. There's a pitch. Outside. Bring the count even at 2-2. On deck is going to be. It will be Jordan. Jordan will be your hitter. Your new pitcher. There's a pitch. Gonna get a piece of it. Back to second base. Fielded cleanly by Fawcett over to first just in time for out number 2. Standard typical 4-3 for out number 2. Coming up to bat, this should be I don't know who this is. I'm going to check this one out when I see his bat. Should have been Jordan because Summers come out. Number 9 Summers. We're just going to have to see here. Big lefty. There's a pitch. Tanner Isaacs. Strike 1. Figure this one out here in a minute. Pitch. Isaacs. Steve Reich. Tanner Isaacs loaded up. I'm going to stay high for a ball. 2 outs here. Bottom of the 3rd. Ground Valley has to get something going here to score 7-0. If they can get it up to 10 by the 5th, that will be game over. Elks, a young team here. Coaching staff explained that to me when I first walked up, and they'll do nothing but get better. They'll do nothing but get better. We're waiting the pitch. Here comes a pitch from Isaacs. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Another K for Isaacs, and that's out number 3. So after 3 complete innings play, Show Cougars 7, Round Valley Elks 0. We're going to take 60-second timeout. Let's do the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, baseball style from Round Valley. Back in 60 seconds.
We're here so you don't have to quit fishing or tell the grandkids you can't keep up with them anymore. Wouldn't it be nice to get back in the gym again or be able to play a full 18 like the old days?
Summit Healthcare offers this active community the latest in orthopedic procedures. Whether it's a sports injury, total joint replacement, or something else, have your surgery and rehab right here at home.
Get the most out of life again. Visit summithealthortho.net today.
Face it, when you're feeling frustrated with slow internet, it shows. So stream without the buffering with Cable One high-speed internet. It has up to 100 megabits of blazing speed, and that's faster than those other internet guys. So no matter how many devices you have on at the same time, it's always fast. And that speed, that's written all over your face. Yes! Cable One, the face of fast.
I'm trying to hypnotize Davina back to the studio. You are now asleep, Davina. Now, you just stay right there till I come back to you. Welcome to Round Valley, home of the Elks, 2A division. Cholo in the 3A, but they've traveled over here to take on the Round Valley Elks. First game of the baseball season. They've had Tanner Isaacs on the mound, the big lefty for the Cougars. And the score is 7-0. Cholo on top. We're going into top of the 4th inning. I'm rather impressed. The Elks started out with Rogers on the mound. Young kid, by way of what the coaching staff told me. Young kid, and done a great job. All you can do is hope that your pitchers won't walk everybody and they get the ball to where they put it in play. Had a couple errors in the field. Since then, they brought in this kid, Dylan Jordan. Dylan Jordan come in last inning by way of 2 strikeouts, got 3 up, 3 down. You can't talk bad about that. That's good pitching. Good pitching by Jordan. Tanner Isaacs on the mound. I believe that one was a called strike. Dylan Jordan still on the mound for the Elks. Tanner Isaacs is 2 for 2 on the day. This is his 3rd time at bat. There's going to be a called ball there. It is the top of the 4th inning. I can't see real well. We had a hard time finding a place to set up, and now we got Joe Matthews, the coach for the Show Cougars, standing right in my path. Isaac's going to grab a hold of that one off the dirt. Deep right field. Going to go over the right fielder's head all the way to the fence. And Coach Stess can say, hold up. That would have been another stand-up triple, I believe. But Isaacs is going to go in there safe with a stand-up double. Triple, double for the lefty. Tanner Sweet Caroline Isaacs. Nice hit by Isaacs. He picked that one up off the ground, the lefty did. Coming up to the plate, it's going to be T-Bone Trent Williams. Williams is 1 for 2. He's going to grab the first one there. Grounder to the third baseman. And it was a bad throw, but the first baseman makes the catch and comes back and stomps first base with authority. He had to look at his glove, make sure he caught the bad throw. But I don't guess I've ever seen nobody stomp first base with that much authority. And Williams is going to go down, out number 1. Isaacs advances to 3rd. I was crazy. That first baseman, he's animated. I like that. Coming up to bat's going to be number 13, Grayson Pace. Called ball. First pitch, he was hit by the pitch in the 1st inning. Walked in the 2nd. 3rd time at bat. 0 for 2 so far. That one's down low, ball 2. That was we're waiting the pitch. Jordan taking his time, going from the stretch, checking the runner at 3rd. There's the pitch. Grayson Pace going to grab a hold of that one over the center fielder's head. He thought he had it. Isaac's going to go home. Here comes Grayson Pace coming to third. He's going to send him round in third. He's going to stand up. The center fielder just misjudged that one because he stopped. He didn't adjust. And it went just barely over the glove of the center fielder. And he's not real happy with himself. These are, man, we're all human. He thought he had that. He didn't even adjust. He thought he had it. That's a heartbreaker right there. Grayson Pace can end up with the inside the park home run. Yeah, that's just a heartbreaker. That's all you can say about that. Coming up to bat, gonna be number 5, Deegan Lettner. First pitch is a ball. 9-0 now by way of Isaacs coming across home plate, and the inside the park home run by Grayson Pace. Waiting the second pitch to Lettner. There's a pitch down low. 2-0's a count. Yeah, I can't help but feel for that center fielder out there because he adjusted, got to where he needed to be without a doubt, and stopped, waiting for the ball to get there. And it just barely went over the top of his glove. Heartbreaker. There's a pitch right down the middle for called ball. Bring count to 2-1. For the Elks, what can go wrong will go wrong is kind of the title of this ball game so far. Here's a pitch. I'm going to stay inside, bring the count to 3-1. But not by way of Jordan. Jordan's come out there last inning, 3 up, 3 down, 2 strikeouts. That pitch there was a catchable pitch. That's all you can hope for. Is the batters will keep it to where your fielders can field them. That's not his fault. Jordan taking his time from the windup. There's a pitch. Going to bring the count full. Lettner's going to watch that one go by. One out here, top of the 4th. Lettner's going to step back in. Here's the pitch. Way ahead of that one, going to foul it off. Back over the backstop. Count's going to remain the same. Full count on Deegan Lettner. Lettner is, if he's 1 for 2, here comes a pitch. Ball 4, Lettner's going to take base on balls. Coming up to bat's going to be number 1, Jake Reedhead. Coach Merrill's going to go out there. I don't know what's going on here. Looks like the left fielder is going to come in. Mikey Varsity, I believe, is going to go to the mound here for the Elks. Left fielder is going to come in. Let's see, Jordan pitched. He only pitched a couple innings. Done a great job, though. No, Mariscal's not coming in to pitch. I believe the left fielder's going to come in to pitch. No, number 11's coming in to pitch. Jordan is going to center field. Oh, they're just trying to confuse me right here at the end of the game. They're trying to mess with me. Jordan's going to center field. Center fielder's going to move over here to the left. Coming in to pitch for the Elks is going to be number 11. That is nobody. We don't have a number 11. Who's that coming in to pitch? Tragan Harris. Why don't we have? Oh, we do. He was a DH. Tragan Harris, the DH. I was DHing for Tyler Pena. Tragan Harris going to come in to pitch for the Elks here. Score now 9-0. Cougars on top. We're in the top of the 4th. If you're down by 10 in the 5th, that's see you later. See you wouldn't want to be a game over type situation. Elks trying to keep that from happening. We have one runner out there on first in the form of Deegan Lettner. Coming up to bat's going to be Jake Reedhead. Struck out in the first. He's 1 for 2. Got a base hit in the second. Now here we are in the top of the 4th. Gonna see if Reedhead can keep it going here, trying to end this game. So Tragan Harris on the mound. He's warmed up, talking to the base ump for some strange reason. Not sure why. Base ump's going to clean off the rubber for him. Awfully nice of him. Jake Reedhead steps in the box. And we're fixing to get underway here. Here comes the pitch to Reedhead. Gonna lay a bunt down. It's gonna go foul. Gonna be strike one. Well, still good over there. Erico. Thumbs up. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Thumbs. Double thumbs up. Wow, he's got 3 thumbs. That was crazy. That kind of scared me a little bit. Marky Mark pulled 2 thumbs out of one sleeve hole and 1 out of the other one. I'm not prejudiced if you have more than 1 thumb in the sleeve hole. Swing and a miss by Reedhead. That'll be a quick strike 2. Reedhead's got to slow down a little bit, get the bat on the ball, put the ball in play. Tragan Harris taking his time, going from the stretch. Got Deegan Lettner over there on first. Gonna look over there and check him out. Here's a pitch. Off speed, inside, called ball. A little bit close for comfort there. 1 ball, 2 strikes, I believe the count on Reedhead. Wind is blowing and it's cold. Doesn't affect Mark and his 3 thumbs though. He adapts to the cold rather well. Here's a pitch. Gonna get a piece of it. High fly ball into right field. He's gonna drift over, make the catch. Lettner's not gonna be there to tag, and that will be out. Number 2. Reedhead's gonna fly out. Right field. Coming up to the plate now. Nope, I believe we're gonna have a sub come in. Nope, they was gonna sub, but Coach Matthews apparently felt bad about saying sub in, so coming up to bat here in the top of the 4th is gonna be number 6, senior, third baseman, Joseph. I am the king. 2 outs here, top of the 4th, Cougars lead 9-0. Deegan Lettner on third. Nice move. Tragan Harris is like, oh no, you're not going to get a lead on me. Lettner dives back. Lettner's going to get his lead. Harris going to check him out. Here's the pitch. Strike 1 called on Joey King. Joey King walked in the first, struck out in the second. Third at bat, he is 0 for 2 at the plate. Harris taking his time, checks the runner. There's a pitch, gets a piece of it, slow roller down third baseline, foul for strike number 2. Brings the count to 0-2 on Joey King. I want to say hello to all Joey King's sisters. They're all gorgeous, and they all love Dr. Love. And Joey King's mom and dad don't care that they love me, and that's cool. Yeah. Harris taking his time. Counts 0-2 on Joey King. And there's a pitch. Swing and a miss for out number 3. Joey King go down swinging. That's too late, Joey. You already run to the dugout anyway. That is out number 3. So after 3.5 innings of play, Show Cougars 9, Round Valley Elks 0. You're listening to Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week baseball style from Round Valley. We'll be back in 1 minute.
We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Show Low and Snowflake. Black Diamond Auto Glass provides the finest full-service mobile and in-shop glass repair services, from free chip repair to windshield replacement, tinting, and more. We're here to pamper you and your car.
Black Diamond Auto Glass. Yeah.
We're here so you don't have to quit fishing or tell the grandkids you can't keep up with them anymore. Wouldn't it be nice to get back in the gym again or be able to play a full 18 like the old days?
Summit Healthcare offers this active community the latest in orthopedic procedures. Whether it's a sports injury, total joint replacement, or something else, have your surgery and rehab right here at home.
Get the most out of life again. Visit summithealthortho.net today.
Go home of the Elks, where we've traveled over here with your Shallow Cougars. This is the baseball edition of the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, and we have some changes for the Cougars coming. Out left field, still have Reedhead in center field, Deegan Lettner in right field. Third baseman is going to be number 23. Second, and Grayson Pace at first. Looks like we still have Zachy Boy Edwards behind the plate. But the biggest change, put your trays in the upright position, raise your chair up, extinguish all smoking materials. The biggest change that I see out here, if you're ready for it, I don't know if you're ready for it. Coming out to pitch for your Show Low Cougars, it's probably the greatest name in high school baseball. That is Carlyon. You heard me right. That is Carlyon. Coming to the bump for the Show Low Cougars for the first time in his young high school career here. That is graced us on the hardwoods back in basketball season, and Thaddeus Carlyon is on the bump for your Show Low Cougars. Whoa, sweet Caroline. It's bound to happen. Here comes a pitch. Thaddeus, it's going to be ball one. First person to beat Thaddeus Carlyon in his young career here is going to be Jace Taylor. That's they've made of. No, it's still Jace Taylor, number 8 for the Elks. There's the pitch from Carlyon. Still got to get zeroed in here. No harm, no foul, literally, because they've both been balls. Ball 2. Carlyon taking his time, going from the stretch, not something normally you see. There's a pitch. Guess what? That's the first called strike for Thaddeus Carlyon. 2-1's a count. Chase Taylor steps back in. Carlyon gets a sign. There's a pitch. Big swing, gonna foul it off over the backstop, out of play. Bring the count even at 2-2. This is not something I really expected coming over here to cover a baseball game. I honestly didn't know if Thaddeus Carlyon played baseball, and I never expected to see him out on the bump. He's there. There's a pitch off speed. Guess what? Yes, sir, Bob. Thaddeus Carlyon with his first strikeout of his illustrious career. Boy, and he's all smiles. He's all smiles. Brian Reed goes over to greet him from third. That is out number 1. Thaddeus Carlyon gets his first strikeout. Coming up to bat for the Elks is going to be number 4, Mikey Mariscal. He may not want to try that off-speed pitch too many times with Mariscal. With the wind blowing, if he hits it just right, he could send it over the right field fence. Someone's going to be in the dirt. Ball 1 on Mariscal. Thaddeus taking his time, going from the stretch. There's the pitch in the dirt. Ball 2. Oh, my hands are frozen. That is taking his time. Gets the sign. There's the pitch. He's going to rip that one. Nice hit down the third baseline. Going to stay fair. Trying to chase it down is Tanner Isaacs, the lefty. Mikey Mariscal's going to kick on the afterburners, and he's standing in easy. Stand-up double is Mariscal. And that might be, let me check here, the first base runner for the Elks. Nice hit by Mariscal. Ripped it down the third baseline. One out here. Bottom of the fourth. Mariscal's on second. Coming up to the plate is going to be Seth Bingham, I believe. That's what I'm showing in the book. That is Carline on the bump for the Cougars. From the stretch, there's a pitch. A little bit outside on the left-hand hitter. Ball one. That was a nice hit by Mariscal. Ripped it down the third baseline. Brian Reed couldn't get to it. Here's a pitch. One's in the dirt. Nice stop by Edwards. There's a throw back. Better watch that. Mariscal, he will gun ya. Ball two on Bingham. Patty's taking his time. Gets the sign. Checks the runner. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. One hopper over Edwards' head. Mariscal's going to advance to third. 90 feet away is the run that could keep them in the ball game here. Cougars only have 9. They still have to score one more. But it could make it difficult for the Cougars. They have to score that many more to 10-run roll them. Mariscal on third. Thaddeus. There's the pitch. And that one's down low too. Four low pitches from Thaddeus Carline. Now he got his first strikeout. Now he got his first walk of his high school career. Coming up to bat's going to be, let me see, should be number 23. It is Andrew Cisco. It's going to be your hitter. Runners on the corner for the Elks. Thaddeus Carline on the mound for the Cougars. There's the pitch. Nice pitch right down the middle. Strike one. Carline's going to go talk to Edwards. T-Bone Trent Williams from Short's going to come join in the conversation. Like everybody doesn't know my hands are frozen solid. Let's just go ahead and invite each other to birthday parties and stuff like that. Thaddeus Carline, I believe if my memory serves me correctly, even though Thaddeus Carline is such a big kid, I think he's a freshman. I'm almost positive. I'll check that. Makes his move to first. He doesn't go ahead and throw it there, but he does get the runner diving back in over that first, does Carline. There's the pitch. They're going to lay down the bunt. Brian Reed waits for it. There's the throw to first. And they're going to say, just in the nick of time, safe at first. So Mikey Mariscal, good heads-up ball play. He comes across to score the first run for the Elks. Brian Reed waited and waited. Slow roller. He wished he had that one back, but you never wait on a bunt. That'll put the runner safe at first. Seth Bingham at second, off the walk. 2 runners out there. Your batter's going to be number 12, Garrett Martin. Carline checks the runners. There's a pitch. Going to get a hit back up the middle. Fawcett gets it. Williams in time. He's going to come back towards third. They're going to get the runner advancing to second, which is number 23, Andrew Cisco, for out number 2. So show Seth Bingham at third. Garrett Martin first off fielder's choice. So we have 2 away. You got a pinch runner coming there. Coming up to hit is going to be number 36, Tridden York, big old kid. There's a pitch. Gonna foul that one down the third baseline. Slow roller out of play for strike one. Trayton, I think's how they say his name. I'm not sure. York is his last name. We all know that. 0-1 on York. Runners on the corner. 9-1. Cougars on top. That is Carlion. There's the pitch. Drops the off speed in there. Like a carnival game. For strike number 2. 0-2 the count. Carlion like a trained professional out there. Ice water in his veins. There's the pitch. Gonna get a hit. Back to Trent Williams. There's a throw to first. Perfect for out number 3. So the score is gonna remain the same. We're gonna head into the top of the 5th inning. Just gonna make it a little bit harder for Sholo. Now they're gonna have to score 2 in this game. Top of the 5th. Sholo 9. Round Valley 1 by way of Mikey Mariscal. We're going to take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, baseball style, from Round Valley. Back in 60.
Face it, when you're feeling frustrated with slow internet, it shows. So stream without the buffering with Cable One high-speed internet. It has up to 100 megabits of blazing speed, and that's faster than those other internet guys. So no matter how many devices you have on at the same time, it's always fast. And that speed, that's written all over your face. Cable One, the face of fast.
We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Sholo and Snowflake. Black Diamond Auto Glass provides the finest full-service mobile and in-shop glass repair services, from free chip repair to windshield replacement, tinting, and more. We're here to pamper you and your car.
Black Diamond Auto Glass. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. Round Valley High School, home of the Elks. For the first game of the baseball season here for high school baseball. We just got done with basketball. We've traveled over here with your Sholo Cougars. Are a member of the 3A. They've traveled over here to take on the Round Valley Elks from the 2A. Cougars have had a commanding lead the whole game. But the Elks managed to come back and put a run on the board in the last inning by way of Mikey Mariscal. So it's 9-1. We're heading to the top of the 5th. And I'm showing the hitter should be number 12, second baseman, Cal. I'm a runner, not a dripper, Fawcett. And we have a substitute here. We're going to have number 8, Logan Johnson, coming in place of Fawcett. There's a pitch. I believe we called that a strike, strike one. So that's going to be Johnson. Logan Johnson's your hitter. Tragan Harris on the mound for the Elks. There's a pitch. Gonna get a piece of it. Back to Harris. Nice grab. That was a line shot. I believe caught it in the air for out number 1. Out number 1 of the inning, and that will bring up, let's see, we should have substitute right here. It's coming up to bat now in place of Jake Yeager is going to be Thaddeus Carlion. There's a pitch. First one's going to step high, called ball 1. Carlion coming in to pitch for the Cougars. He's ready, in the box and ready. Comes a pitch. That one looked way low to Thaddeus. They're going to call it a called strike, even the count at 1-1. Got to tell wee-wee hi. Wee-wee. Bobby said hi. Comes a pitch to Carlion. Down low once again for called ball. Bringing count to 2 balls and a strike on Thaddeus Carlion. Tragan Harris is your pitcher for the Elks. Cougars on top, 9-1. We're in the top of the fifth. The Cougars can put a couple over the home plate. They still have the opportunity to 10-run rule them here. I don't know what that one was. We have a powwow going on between me and home plate. Carline's still at the plate. Here comes the pitch. Off-speed pitch. That is Carline's going to take a base on balls. That is Carline in his young high school baseball career, has got his first strikeout, first walk, and now he's received his first walk. A lot of stuff going on in one day for old Thaddeus. We love him to death. That's going to bring up leadoff hitter, number 3, the catcher, Zach Edwards. Harris going from the stretch. Sees Carline a little bit of too big of a lead over there. Carline gets back. He doesn't have to dive back. He's back on his feet. I don't know if Thaddeus is going to be stealing many bases. There's the pitch. Edwards going to grab a hold of it. It's going deep. Deeper. No one can get to it. It's going to go all the way to the fence. Here comes Thaddeus Carline. If Zach Edwards doesn't outrun him, Carline's not used to hitting them bases. Thaddeus is in safe. He had to stutter step about 4 too many times when he got to third, and Edwards was coming on strong. Edwards going to end up with a stand-up triple. Nice hit by Zach Edwards. Thaddeus Carline going to score his first high school baseball game. Coming up to bat's going to be the lefty, tenor, Sweet Caroline Isaacs. Harris, there's a pitch. Ball 1. So now it is 10-1. Cougars will have to score one more to try to get the 10-run rule done. They have one runner 90 feet away, the form of Zach Edwards. One out here. Top of the fifth. There's a pitch. Big swing and a miss by Isaacs. Trying to get the job done a little bit too hard there, I believe. Big swing and a miss. Lefty's back in the box. Harris going from the windup. Here's a pitch. That one's high. Starts high, stays high. Ball 2, bring count to 2-1 on Isaacs. Harris taking his time from the windup. There's a pitch, a little bit off speed. Big swing and a miss by the lefty, Tanner Isaacs, going to even the count at 2-2. Harris taking his time. It's a signal from his catcher. Going to step back off the back to rubber. Isaac's going to step back in the box. Here comes Harris. Catcher's ready. Gives him a sign. Here comes a pitch. Isaac's going to get a hold of it past the glove of the third baseman in the left field. Tanner Isaacs is going to be safe with a base hit. It's going to make Isaacs 4 for 4. Edwards going to cross home plate. Give the Cougars 11-1 lead. So Tanner Isaacs at first. Coming up to the plate is going to be number 2, T-Bone Trent Williams. Williams is 1 for 3 at the plate. Not a good day for Williams. I'm going to stay up high. Called ball 1. Williams normally a lot better at the diamond than that. See what he can get going up there. Harris from the stretch checks out Isaacs. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Nice stop by the catcher. That's ball 2. 2-0's the count on Williams. On deck's going to be number 13, Grayson Pace. Williams back in the box. Harris from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Williams going to grab hold of that one. Center field, high fly ball over the head of the center fielder. Here comes Tanner Isaacs. He was waiting to tag up. He's going to make it a third, going to hold up there and T-bone Trent Williams because Isaacs has to wait and tag up. Kind of got shafted out of a triple there, maybe more. Going to be standing up at second. The double show Isaacs at third. Nice hit by Williams. Coming up to bat now with runners on second and third. Here in the top of the fifth, it's going to be number 13, Grayson Pace. Hit by the pitch in the first, walked in the second. Made it on an error in the, oh, that's going to be ball one in the fourth. I believe 1-0's a count. Got a lot of people meandering around, not doing much. They all seem to meander right in my vision, line of my vision. Tragan Harris on the mound looking around. He seems a little bit lost for words here. He acts like something's not right or something. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. He's going to step back out on the rubber. Officials don't know what's going on. He's going to step back up on the rubber. Runners on second and third. One out here. Top of the fifth. Grayson Pace is your batter. Here's the pitch. It's low, so you know it's going to be called a strike. Even if you don't like it, he's consistent, so that's just something you got to know. He's going to call a lot of low strikes, counts even at 1-1. Trent Williams at second, Tanner Isaacs at third. Grayson Pace is your hitter. There's a pitch. That one's way too far down low. Tanner Isaacs could have made it there. It makes it past the catcher all the way to the backstop, but he's going to hold up. Bring the count to 2-1. It is frozen cold out here. Frozen cold, I say. Oh, yes. Put the hood over the headphones. Oh, yes, like your own little cave inside here. Kind of like that. Kind of, but not. Harris stepping back on the rubber, waiting the pitch from him. Here comes a pitch. Way outside for called ball. Bring the count to 3-1. Grayson Pace. I want to remind everybody about our latest sponsor here at Power 95.7 Hot FM. KWKM sports sponsor, Warehouse Furniture, 550 South White Mountain Road, right on the corner. Leaving town, South White Mountain Road, head towards Walmart, and they're right on the corner, right on the price for all your furniture needs. Give them a call, 537-2034. Grayson Pace is going to watch the off-speed pitch. Go right by. Oh, they're going to say that was strike three. Pace is going to go down looking for out number 2. Coming up to hit now is going to be, if they didn't sub in, no they didn't, number 5, senior right fielder, Deegan Lettner. If you have income tax money you're thinking about, have been thinking about getting furniture, but you just can't afford all those other stores, stop by Warehouse Furniture. I promise you, just stop by. Don't cost nothing to look. First pitch can be fouled off by Lettner for strike 1. They don't charge admission, not yet. They may do that later. Stop by and look. I think you'd be happy you did. One thing, Cable One, always sponsoring Power 95.7, Hot FM Sports. Besides, at 5 o'clock every day on Power 95.7 Around the Track with Kerry Murphy, all your NASCAR updates. Big swing and a miss by Tegan Lettner right there. Just get the bat on the ball. You don't get extra points if you knock it to the moon, I don't think. That's where he is trying to knock it to. Just get a bat on the ball. Here comes a pitch. They're going to call that one. It's down low. He calls them consistent. Deacon Lettner's going to go down looking for out number 3. So after 4.5 innings of play, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's 11-1 in favor of the Cougars. This will be last chance for romance for your Round Valley Elks. They're going to have to score more runs to stay in this ballgame. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Odd FM Game of the Week baseball style from Round Valley. We'll be back in 1 minute.
We're here so you don't have to quit fishing or tell the grandkids you can't keep up with them anymore. Wouldn't it be nice to get back in the gym again or be able to play a full 18 like the old days?
Summit Healthcare offers this active community the latest in orthopedic procedures. Whether it's a sports injury, total joint replacement, or something else, have your surgery and rehab right here at home.
Get the most out of life again. Visit summithealthortho.net today.
Face it, when you're feeling frustrated with slow internet, it shows. So stream without the buffering with Cable One high-speed internet. It has up to 100 megabits of blazing speed, and that's faster than those other internet guys. So no matter how many devices you have on at the same time, it's always fast. And that speed, that's written all over your face. Yes! Cable One, the face of fast.
5-7 Hot FM Game of the Week, baseball style from Round Valley High School, home of the Elks. Traveled over here with your Sholo Cougars take on the Round Valley Elks. The Round Valley Elks 2A have a very, very young team. The coaching staff, I was informed by the coaching staff, Sholo from the 3A considers herself a pretty good team. Right now we're going to the bottom of the 5th, last chance for romance for the Elks, because it's 11-1. If they don't put another one across home plate, that will be the ball game, 10-run rule. Thaddeus Carlion on the mound for the Cougars. Bryce Rogers at the plate for the Elks. First pitch called strike 1. Bryce Rogers started on the bump for the Elks, done a great job, in my opinion. He only walked a couple, and they got the ball in play, just a couple pad bounces and stuff. Scored some runs. Here's a pitch from Carlion, big swing and a miss. Bring the count to 1-2 on Rogers. But Rogers, for a young kid, they said he's real young, just getting started here in high school baseball, pitching and stuff, done a great job. I would be very encouraged if I was the Elks coaching staff to see these young kids come in. The pitchers have done a pretty good job. They haven't had a lot of walks. A couple of bounces just didn't go their way, and that's, just a quick few runs every inning. That's all it takes. Thaddeus Carlion gets the sign, going from the stretch. There's a pitch, off speed. Drops it in like a carnival game. I'm not kidding you one bit. It looks like some kind of trick out there called strike. Another strikeout for Thaddeus Carlion, and that's out number 1. Elks are down to the last 2 outs. Coming up to bat here is going to be number 11. I believe this is Tragan Harris. Big swing and a miss by Harris for strike number 1. I would love to stay and cover baseball all day, but I'm freezing to death. I'm frozen. And my workers over here, my helpers, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, and Enrico Suave, they are going to quit or go on strike if they don't get some heat in their bones, they said, or they're going to beat me with a baseball bat. Ooh, there's a foul ball. I thought he was going to get that van up down the road, but it didn't. It's going to be strike 2, 0-2. Count on Tragan Harris. Thaddeus always goes from the stretch, dangling that arm. Here's a pitch. Off speed, drops it in. I'm telling you. Strikeout number 2 of the inning. It's something that they're going to start looking at. They're going to start waiting for if he keeps throwing it once he gets 2 strikes like that. But it drops in like a carnival game. It's just something you got to see. I hope you're watching in HD and you can see what I'm talking about. That's what I call the carnival game pitch. There's a pitch from Carline for a called strike. Your hitter is Dylan Jordan, I believe. Strike one on Jordan. 2 strikes away from ending this ball game is Carline. There's a pitch. Oh, you're going to say it's outside on the lefty for called ball. And even the count out 1-1. Trying to get my Bucky's hood here on my sweatshirt straight. There's a swing and a miss. Mark the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. That is Carline 1 strike away from getting his first save here in high school baseball. There's a pitch, gonna drop it in, see what they're gonna start waiting. They're gonna start waiting on that carnival pitch. He's gonna foul that one off. The last 2 watched him go by. That is Carline's gonna have to rethink this one. Count remains the same, but he did foul that one off. Here comes a pitch from Carline, different style pitch. Swing and a miss for out number 3. And ladies and gentlemen, that should be the ball game. And that is the first save for Thaddeus Carline. And that is the ball game. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Next ball game we do, I don't know when it'll be. We will have our full line of sponsors and stuff lined up here. I want to thank everybody. Thank everybody who joined in during basketball. We had a great time. I'm blessed to be able to bring these ball games to you. I know that, and I do acknowledge it. Thank you very much. I want to thank Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, Enrico Suave over here, Davina Harvey back in the studio running the switchboard, and Gene Barton, who always makes this possible. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, I'm Dr. Love. Be safe, be kind, make this country great again by just doing something nice. See you next time.